Hello Total War Gamers, my name is Deacon and welcome to this new series of Let's Plays with the Realm of Imladris in 3rd Age Total War Divide and Conquer 2.2, the submod called Heirs of Fingolfin. And I've been given the privilege to beta test this submod and then also cover it for you guys. So I'm gonna try and rouse your interest for the submod. The most prominent feature of which is that you get to confederate all the other elves. So very hard I don't expect this campaign to be, but it surely should be very interesting, and we're going to delve deep into the lore because as we'll see, the story of Fingolfin is pretty much something that binds together many of the things that you know from the rest of the stories that are in the books. It's just that this background is tying it all together, as you'll see. So Fingolfin was the great-great-grandfather of Elrond, and as we continue, I'm gonna try and add in some more background to the campaign and the backstory. I won't expand on that right now. However, it is relevant for you to know the specific features of this mod. So, as I said, you'll confederate with the other elves. So Linden, Lorien and the Woodland Realm would gradually join your domain of Imladris. You will be able to recruit all Elvenkind units, including the Avari even. Whenever factions join you, they will keep their custom bodyguards. Shipbuilding is not going to be possible until Linden joins you, which is logical, not only geographically, but also their expertise with shipbuilding. In terms of victory conditions, we will have to destroy every orc nation to achieve victory. And on top of that, we should be holding 60 regions to claim victory. What used to be the Sylvan Alliance camp is now reworked into an Elder Alliance camp, and that is buildable in every Elven capital. So the area of recruitment units that each nation independently has will become available in their specific area of recruitments, but also in your capitals when you build that Elder Alliance camp. Now, Linden is going to join when Imladris has 5 regions, the ownership, and 2 of them should be Ost-in-Ithil and Anon and Orod. So, for example, taking Zakala and Goblin Town, Anon and Orod and Ost-in-Ithil, including Imladris would add up to 5, and then Linden would join. Lorien will join you when you have 15 regions. Now there is an exception for this build, because it's also a kind of a showcase Let's Play series. We've reduced the number of regions required for Lorien to join to 10 instead of 15. But by the time when this is released to the public, because it's not yet publicly available, that for your game will be 15. And then for Lorien, 2 requirements, regional requirements are added, which are Goblin Town and Zakala. Next up would be the Woodland Realm, and they will join when you have 25 regions. In this build that has been reduced to 15. And Carndum and Dol Guldur are both requirements for them to join. So once you have 25 regions, including Carndum and Dol Guldur, Woodland Realm would join, and then also the Avari would join you. And that is represented in that you're gifted 2 Avari generals. So one of them is going to be Norway, and the other is Morwe, who's one of the leaders of the Avari. So they join you together with the Woodland Realm once they join. Now, as I said, this is a beta testing build. It's not currently available. There will be a link in the description, however, to the Discord for the mod, and there you can apply for beta testing if you have certain competences and stuff like availability and time and so on. Then you might be included in the beta testing team. Now, I have personally nothing to say in in that whole selection process. So I do recommend you check it out. If you're not up for beta testing, at least closed beta, then you might be joining when open beta arrives, or just have to wait it out until the mod is finally released. But thus far I can already tell you there are no bugs present in this version, which is for 2.2 by the way, so there's even a chance that this gets to be released as one of the very first official, not maybe official, but it's not released by the DaC team, but one of the first submods for 2.2, as there are currently, there's maybe one available, but not that I know of. Then on top of this, I should tell you that I will be playing with a number of house rules, because as you can imagine, without any restrictions, this would be a total steamroll campaign. So to keep at least a little bit of suspense, I'm gonna apply the house rules that I have been applying also in other campaigns, which will be that there is only one general per army commanding, and he's not gonna carry any other generals with him as assists, so to say. The only exception being when you're garrisoned in a settlement and you're besieged or attacked, and then obviously, well, there's no choice besides defending. But yeah, you can have multiple generals garrisoned in cities, particularly, for example, at the start when we will start with 4 generals and with only 1 settlement, so it wouldn't be strange for them to be together within a single settlement. Then next up is the maximum number of units that any general can command will be double the amount of command stars that he has. Another thing is that recruitment of units and construction of military buildings can only be done when there is an active war going on, meaning one of the other factions has attacked an army or has tried to besiege a settlement. And that should be a faction other than the independents, because you start out at war with them. So that is going on. But we will not go constructing or training until either Misty Mountains or Angmar or so has attacked us. Slightly illustrating the passive nature, the kind of turtling style of Imladris, because they've been sitting there in the valley for ages. Taxes can only be raised. The level of taxes can be raised when an active war is going on. So unless there is a war, the elves are just not interested in paying huge taxes for upkeep of armies and so on, but they will feel the necessity of being taxed and supporting the war effort when there's a war going on. That makes sense. Building orders or tax level changes are management tasks that can only be applied to a settlement when there is a governor present. War declarations to new enemies. There will be none from our part unless we are attacked first. That's the idea. And we will only fight when we are attacked, basically. Obviously, we will go conquering settlements when we are in an active war, but we need to be attacked first until that war happens. And then it will be a just war. 7th house rule is that there will be no adoptions of generals. Not that we're going to need them, because when those factions join us there will be plenty, but still we're going to work only with, obviously, the house of Fingolfin expanded with the other realms, because besides Elrond, none other well-known elven leaders like Thranduil or Celebrimbor or Galadriel, Celeborn, they're not in the House of Elrond. Obviously his sons are. There will be some familiar names maybe, because we will go over the family tree. But yeah, no adoptions, and in terms of mercenaries, we're only going to hire elven mercenaries, so we will be an all elven faction, and there will be no such thing as sellswords in our armies. We look down. We are a little bit haughty. I'm going to try and slightly roleplay this, and I will welcome roleplay suggestions, campaign objectives. Feel free to comment down below. Whenever I find something fitting or suitable, I usually do try to implement those suggestions into my campaigns. Then again, I'm quite strict where my house rules are concerned, so I do have a very clear idea where I want to go with it, and I'm not likely to stray from those things. Then, on top of this, we will consider ourselves as the sages of Middle-earth, so we'll ally ourselves to all the good factions, not including Anadwaite, including the Vale of Anduin though. And we of course will remain forever loyal to those alliances. We would never break one, we would never attack a good faction. We'll try not to fight them even. So if, for instance, Bree becomes corrupted by Sauron and they declare war on us, we would just walk away, if possible at all, and try to make peace with them and go back to an alliance. Another thing is we will fight all battles manually. So I'm not going to auto-resolve, with one exception, and that is single generals on the campaign map. They might be set to lose an engagement. So if there's just no way that that single general is going to survive, then I'm often pressing the auto-resolve the first time he's being attacked. We'll just make him run away with reduction of his numbers and then survive. So, and I'm going to try and keep our generals alive that way, because if we're not taking adoptions and it takes a while for heirs to come of age, then we might soon lose the campaign, and I have no interest in losing, certainly not in that way. So let's crack on. There will be no video, but we're gonna start this. I am playing by the long campaign rules. Not only do we need to hold 60 regions, but the capitals of all the Elven factions are required, and then also Eastern Gorgoroth, which is where the capital of Morgoth, Mordor is. That's simply Barad-dûr. Nan-Corunir is Isengard. High Pass is Goblin Town. Southern Mirkwood is Dol Guldur. The Old Witch Realm is Angmar, Carn-dûm. And then obviously Mordor, Mirkwood, Isengard, Misty Mountains and Angmar need to be eliminated. So here we go. And apologies for the long introduction perhaps. But there was a lot to tell you. Another thing that might interest you is that I have created a submod of my own, practically for MOS 1.7. It's not really, yeah, it's part standalone almost, but it's based off of MOS, and then it got rid of loads of scripts. I optimized it for hot seat play, so you control multiple factions, which is basically the spirit of this mod as well. And it's something that truly fits me. Now, a very warm welcome to Divide and Conquer 2.1, which is obviously 2.2, but they just forgot to change it. Independents obviously will attack you and become active. Their garrisons will leave their settlements and start attacking after turn 30. For the rest, I'm going to assume all these things are known to you, as when you're watching this. You're probably a 30 Total War veteran. I think most of you are, or at least a Total War veteran. So there's the barracks event. Characters are not likely to die of old age, because the campaign is like 450 turns long, and it would take 416 turns for them to die. So even if you start with an older general, that's not really a big deal. Of course we need to upgrade our armor to get the armored look of the units. Bodyguards cannot go beyond 77 after being reduced below 77 when you have a big unit. So automatic replenishment doesn't go beyond that. If the unit is trainable, then you can get them back up. But in our case, three of our starting generals are in fact Noldorin Guard, which are otherwise untrainable. So there's only those three, and that's what we'll have to make do with. We can build everything as elves: large cities, castle strongholds. The battle map for castles will be the Elven city map, but at least it will no longer be an Arnorian, Gondorian style castle. Balrogs, Sauron, yeah, they cannot be single units, unfortunately. We have extremely slow replenishment. This is true in 2.2 and even more so in Heirs of Fingolfin. So unit recruitment is restricted. But then again, we get a bunch of starting units, and that's just going to be all we need, really. Our generals, including the starting units, should be enough. Now, as tempted as I am, particularly with this playthrough being focused on lore and background, I'd like to read this, but I'm still going to skip it anyway, because it's going to take so long. And I already have been talking for so long, so I don't want to bore you. You can pause the game and read for yourself. I will pause at every paragraph so that you can read up on the last homely house west of the mountains. But this is the juicy, spicy thing about Lord of the Rings. It has such an expansive lore background and so historic in spirit. I do like the Warhammer world as well, but it feels kind of comical, not in the sense of funny, but more like a comic book kind of. It's just a lot less serious. I think Tolkien was a serious guy, and it reflects on his lore. Military report: we won't be able to train our elites until the barracks event comes to pass, which will be, I don't know, somewhere around between turn 60 and 68. We've got a starting army, which is strong enough. Let's send Prince Elladan. First off, we are going to conquer 5 regions, and I very much feel like Anon and Orod, Osinethil, Zakala, maybe Goblin Town, or West Moria, because they are also immediate threats to us. We have got this general, Dornonoston. Dornonoston, I think it is. Yeah, it's an N and not an M. So Dornonoston is an elf, Nondo, Njoldo, Dauntless. I think this is a Quenya name, Quenyan word. Dauntless, Legacy of Respect, effective ambusher, which is nice. Done a promising commander, generally loyal, but only has 2 command stars, can command 4 units, now has 2, no problem. Here, Prince Elladan can take with him 8 units, Elder here can take with him 8 units, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, no, yeah, 8. House of Elrond, the Half-Elven. What is interesting, and what I will look at, is the ancillaries of Elrond. He's got the Ororan Njoldoron, which is the link with Finwë, as we'll later see, is one of his ancestors in the House of Fingolfin. He was the chosen leader of the Njoldur on the Great March, and first claimed this title when the Njoldur reached Aman. And then after Finwë was slain by Morgoth in Forminos, Fëanor, being his eldest son, and the High Kingship being vacant, inherited the title. When Fëanor led the Njoldur in their way into exile, his youngest brother, Finarfin, repented and led many of his kin back to Valinor, where the Valar granted them forgiveness, and where he afterwards ruled the remaining Njoldur in Valinor as their High King. Now, Elrond is Lawmaster, he's not a High King. Fëanor, though, not heeding the doom of Mandos, led the greatest part of the Njoldur further on to Middle-earth. And then, after he was slain by Balrogs, the eldest of his 7 sons, Maedhros, inherited the title. But Maedhros passed the High Kingship to Fingolfin, there he is. Both as a reward for rescuing him from Thangorodrim, the 3-peaked mountain of Angband, Morgoth's main stronghold in the First Age, which is now where the Witch Realm is, of Angar. And as a sign of remorse concerning the burning of the stolen ships of the Teleri at Losgar. In Fingolfin's house, the High Kingship of the Njoldur remained until at the end of the First Age, Gil-galad, son of Orodred, son of Angrod, which we'll also come across. He's not mentioned much, he's not in the Silmarillion even. Son of Finarfin, became king of Lindon and High King of the Njoldur. After the War of the Last Alliance and the death of Gil-galad, Elrond, and therefore the line of Fingolfin, once again took up the High Kingships. With the only difference being Elrond did not accept the title of High King, is instead Lawmaster. But at least he does get +4 authority, +1 command, and +2 respect. Now the House of Elrond, the half-elven, is an ancillary. Also his sons obviously do get, because they're of the same house. And it means that they are all in line of the Royal House of Elrond. His house is special and his members are liable to a unique fate, as we all know. The children of Elrond are both of elven and human descent, because Elrond is half-elven. They are granted a unique fate. They have the life of the elves as long as their father remains in Middle-earth, but if Elrond departs from it, they have to follow him in order to keep the fate of the elves, which is to be immortal within the life of Arda, which has a certain, though unknown limit, and ends with the end of time. Now, we won't go into end times. That is more of a Warhammer thing. He's also Lord of Imladris, Guardian of the Elven Fortress, known as Rivendell to man and other folks. +1 authority, +1 happiness. Leader of the White Council. Gives him another +4 authority, and the White Council does include Gandalf, Saruman, Galadriel, and we've seen that in the movies. He's Keeper of all the wisdom of the elves of Middle-earth. Guardian of Elven wisdom, +2 authority, +1 happiness. So just look at his stats. He's a beast. Hadafang is his mighty blade, the sword that Arundel's mother Idril wielded and now passed on to Elrond. And then Vilya is the ring of air, which is one of the 3 rings of the elves forged by Celebrimbor in Regin, in the smiths over there. And it's made of gold and adorned with a bright sapphire. It is the ring of air, and it's most powerful of the rings of power after the ruling ring. So he's only a bit behind Sauron with the ruling ring. Celebrimbor gave the ring to Gil-galad of Lindon to prevent Sauron from taking it, obviously, but Gil-galad gifted it to Elrond as he received Narya later. And this is a thing that actually does happen in the game, because Narya will be on Círdan the Haven Master's hand, but I think Gandalf is the one to bring it to Círdan. So for millennia, Elrond kept its secret in Rivendell. This ring. That's why the stars were particularly bright in Rivendell. If Elrond falls, the ring shall be given to the most powerful, honorable, and wisest among the Noldor, which is probably going to be one of your own heirs. It does give him +1 fertility, so there's a chance we will have 2 more, hopefully sons, but maybe daughters. +2 happiness, +3 hit points, +1 public health, -1 squalor, and -1 unrest, which is all awesome. Now let's take a look at our economy. We are losing money as it is already. We have 3 units in a fort, so they obviously do come with free upkeep. But we need to engage in some conquests without leaving our capital totally undefended. We've got 2 units of Tolka's Faithful already, named after their divinity Tulkas. 2 units of Boquendi. The Dunedain Wardens, reflecting the unique relation with the Dunedain, which are almost mortal elves in terms of stamina and wisdom and so on. Now Prince Elladan is called a prince, and his brother is what is he called? Elder here. He's got a
follow me.
Imladris faction heir, it says. He's just Elder here, but he's Prince Elladan. So the heir is marked as prince, and our faction leader is the Lawmaster. Now we can recruit something peaceful, like a grain exchange, so let's engage in that. Imladris is now making 459, which is not much. I'm inclined to go after Goblin Town because it's the capital city of our most immediate enemy. And Imladris is now making 444, so we lose a little bit of money pulling out our faction leader, but not much. Now Elder here has 31 soldiers. He's got a special ability, but unfortunately we cannot toss him into the army. So instead he will be the governor of Imladris, whilst his father is absent. We are going to send an army along with Elrond, which is probably going to bankrupt us anyway, because we're already losing money. As soon as these 4 come out of free upkeep, that should be it for our cash flow. And then Zakala is defended by 8 units of orcs, but we should be able to take them. I do not yet know how strong Northern Cavalry took us faithful. They are expensive, but we've got a fort. And forts should be key, I think, to our further conquests. To reduce a little bit of the upkeep, but there's a fort here. So if we toss in, we can keep 4 Tulkas Faithful here with 3 upkeep, and then 4 over there, which is 8. And they come at such a low rate. I mean, it's going to take 15 units for another unit to become available. It's going to take 17 turns for another unit of cavalry. So that's quite a long while. I do want to take on these other guys as well, but we're going to go so much into cash negative that I don't think it's wise to do that. But 4 units would be enough to take Zakala. We've got 2 over here, and if we can spare 2 more, then that should do it. So if we take out with Elrond
orders for the light,
these guys, then hopefully he can take out whatever. There are no mercs here, by the way, or at least not yet. But let's go for that fort and see what happens.
like the wind.
These 2 would now have 3 upkeep, but we are going to try and conquer more. So we are going to drop these 2 units on Prince Aladdin's army.
Scout the area.
At ease.
And then we're recruiting a spy and a diplomat. We're already at oh yeah, obviously they are allies. They are at war with each other. Happens every time. But diplomacy wise, we are allied to the Northern Dunedain and the Grey Haven of Linden. Enemies are Armar and Misty Mountain Orcs.
Come, my brothers.
So I'm gonna pick a fight basically. And I'm forgetting we don't do recruitment until we are in an active war. We're not ready. We are at war with them, but they haven't attacked us yet, so they need to come attack us. That's basically it. We can, however, recruit these very peaceful guys.
Follow me.
And I think we're ready for the end turn. I am going to attack the independents because unless there's a roaming army in this region, they would never attack us. We'd never get to fight them. So that's just gonna. Or if there is a roaming army, I welcome them to attack us. But I think Imladris is free of roaming bandits at least, because we would have seen them. With so many watchtowers in there and so many movement already executed. So here we go, let's hit the end turn and push for our first 5 regions. Now on the auto expansion, Misty Mountains are gifted some more regions, and I'm pretty sure they are going to try and attack Elrond. I am going to show his bodyguard next, because there is a change there. There you go.
Stay in the trees.
The landlord claims St. Helen, Moria reclaimed by Khazad-dûm, obviously. And This is
I'm gonna stick you.
4-unit army
Sire.
that is already on its way to Imladris, which is
me.
excellent, sort of, I guess.
Over here, elves. Stay
Prince
alert,
Eladon.
sire.
I think I'll park him on the bridge
Like
here.
the wind.
Oh, that's not the bridge now. Come on. There you go.
Scout the area.
And
Follow
Elrond,
me.
you be here.
Like the wind. Onward.
See
Scout the area.
if they want to fight. It's probably going to happen
By the
very soon
light of Elrond.
anyway. And Imladris, 2 more turns for the green exchange. Oh yeah, taxes have to be low in all instances, unless there is a war going on. Now, I don't want to pay the upkeep of another agent.
Your orders.
And I do want to ally ourselves
Tomorrow's
to
journey
Vale
planned
Landwin,
out.
because they're the closest, most close by. And this agent may spy on this army to see what they got. A bunch of goblins and Snaga. Useless. But it's going to be just fine, because if we beat these guys, we can move into Zagkala,
Approaching.
which we need to have anyway. Oh, but there is Lunuk with gold armor upgrades and mountain orc hunters as a bodyguard, which is quite
Come, my brothers.
dangerous unit actually, unless you shoot them with arrows. These guys inspire nearby troops and they frighten nearby infantry, so just having these guys in the front line is going to do so much damage that perhaps cavalry wouldn't even be required. They're reliable pretty much everywhere, can hide anywhere. They are a range unit, so they're an archer, but also very effective in melee. They've got a defense of 37 and a missile attack of 12, melee attack of 23. This is probably up there with the very best in the game. So let's see if we are going to pick a fight this way
Yes,
in this
my
turn. Spy
My lord.
has no more movement points. Not much, but
Approaching
I'm gonna try
quietly.
and find the
I shall
next
continue
objective.
tomorrow.
West Moria, see how much soldiers they have there. And yep, we are losing tons of money. With so many soldiers out in the field, we practically cannot really afford it. Now Cometh Bryn is on our western border and is said to be a very strong Vale. There's our diplomats, but already
Yes,
headed
my
over
lord.
here anyway.
Without question.
There you go.
Approaching their dignitary. Stopping here.
Okay.
Elves.
Chicken?
Over here, elves.
They're
Elves.
chickening
me.
out.
Yes, my lord.
These
Elven
two go
warriors.
to Prince
Come on.
Eladon.
Reinforcements. Come, my brothers.
And you can sit
Elves.
next to him.
Like the wind. By
There you
the
go.
light of Elbereth.
And yeah, they do not dare to attack us. This is rebel, that is rebel.
My lord. Approaching quietly.
Oh, there's another army.
Approaching quietly.
That's going to be interesting.
Approaching
Captain Musgor.
quietly.
Sire.
But we cannot pass.
Over here, elves.
Hi, Chieftain Uglag, faction leader. Okay, next turn I think we'll go bankrupt by quite a bit. Yep.
By the light. Come, my brothers.
Um,
Sire.
Although he cannot command any units, he
Follow me.
can walk up with Prince Eladon in support of him. Ah, we've got a scout on Dor Nornosten. Dor Nornosten. I'm gonna have to get used to that and let it roll over the tongue a little bit
My
more
lord.
smoothly.
Tomorrow's journey planned out.
So we will threaten both Zakala and Goblin Town, and they should fight us soon enough, I hope. There you go. We are surrounded. And if it's 3 armies, it's all the more fun, because if we win this, which I think we should... but he's just in love with his bodyguard. The Gundabad Guard. Halsey is not even a Gundabad Orc anyway, but let's see. We're gonna save this game. So Captain Yagrad is oncoming with a bunch of goblins. Then Captain Utak has 2 units of wargs, 1 melee, 1 ranged. There's a mountain orc hunter unit that we should focus on, because these guys, even in melee, they won't do much. And then him, we can just we have 2 range units, so we'll probably have to encircle him.
Evil must not be allowed to triumph this day!
But this should be going well, because the order resolve says it's 50-50, then usually with our skills we're just going to make short work of them. Taking a little sip there. So Fingolfin, the person this mod is named after, was actually the 2nd High King of the Njolden in Beleriand.
Await my orders.
Here is the Njolden Guard, and they've got these shields on the back that they will put on their arms once they draw their swords, but for now
I will be your guide. Advance. Spread out.
Spread out.
Ready your bows!
You will skirmish, and these wardens are probably our least effective unit here. Tolkas's Faithful are going to be our cavalry, and this is our
Watch for the enemy.
our anvil, kind of.
The enemy are bringing in
Okay,
reinforcements.
you are shooting.
Watch for the enemy.
And you come up and you come up. If you cannot fire on them, start now. So we will make short work of this bunch and then make an about face. There we go. You come here. I don't want those archers shooting our Tilkas's Faithful. Because they're too valuable. So you go into this. This is going to be a running match. And Tolkas's Faithful move up further. And we're not going to be attacked from the back, but basically we're here.
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Come on, wardens. Oh, there you go. No. You.
I will be your guide.
Wonderful. They are wavering.
Flees like the coward he is. Our men have captured the enemy general.
Okay, I'm
Guard
pretty
him well and
sure
make it so
they
the
won't
enemy
be
army
coming back
flees
now.
the field. Pursue and
Now
the
there's
enemy
another
are
army
badly
coming up
bloodied.
over there,
They have lost half their men.
and probably sooner. No, I don't know. I don't know who's going to be first. Let's take up position. Oh, they are trying to link up with each other. So let's go straight into them before they can. Wait, what? No. I want to use my archers on the... Here they are. Oh, it's not them. This is... There you go. And they've got some skirmishers, but doesn't mean too much.
Our homes must be defended.
They're just running, they're not going to come back.
Quick.
And since you're fast, I'm gonna try and get rid of these riders first with our wardens. And these guys just have to bear the brunt of the attack. We might actually even skirmish them.
Weapons ready, elves.
Okay.
Be quick. Watch for the enemy.
You're gonna retreat now.
Be quick. Keep your wits sharp.
I don't want any of the skirmishes. I'm gonna send in Elrond in melee.
Watch for the enemy. Be quick. Elven warriors. Protect these lands.
Ward riders.
Weapons ready, elves.
You come here.
Be quick. Our homes must be defended. If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy.
Oh, thank you for your confidence. Do some of those skirmishes. We've got goblin infantry moving up over there.
Watch for the enemy.
And
Be quick.
okay, this is just, it's no different. Elrond is in there. And I want to shoot the mountain hunters. We will deploy the power of the Eldar.
Weapons ready, elves.
Okay, you're also coming.
Rush them.
So Elrond is going to duke it out with most of the army. And we're going to try and limit our losses
Be defended.
by getting into these guys. I think these are trying to get around and charge our archers here. So we're gonna stand fast, and if they do charge, absorb their attack. Okay. Let's get into these skirmishes. He's wide, means they are attacked from more sides, but it also means we attack on more sides. Okay, these guys are broken now. This whole bunch should be wavering. I'm not expecting them to come back. So Torkas Faithful into the skirmishes. Second unit Torkas Faithful. Oh, those Warg Scouts. Come on, guys. Shoot them up. They have large hitboxes. Those skirmishers. How about coming here, sword candy? Okay, there are generals coming in now. The good guard. They're wavering. Crush them. Oh, they're broken. These are wavering. They're broken. They're broken. Those mountain orcs, you close ranks now.
Bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Tokas, mountain orc hunters. We are losing quite a bit of. Okay, it's no different. We'll have to make do. Tokas Faithful here. Mountain orc hunters are still there. I'm gonna pull out Elrond here. They've just tried. Mountain orc. Orc scouts. I actually forgot which is their general. I think it's the scouts here. And since we do not have cavalry. Oh boy. Skirmishes, tons of them. But you get into the rears of this Guard. They're broken now. And So let's shoot their general also with Elrond. And I'm really surprised by the damage that these wolf scouts have put up against our archers. Now the good part of this is that we get to let's get into a shield wall. Come on. We get to reduce our upkeep, that is one. The other is we get to build military buildings and we get to recruit units, that is two. Rush into them. Okay, I'm going to spill off and charge them from the opposite direction. What? Goblin band? Did they come back? They did come back from routing.
I serve the House of Elrond. Don't draw attention. Rush them.
That's annoying. They are very tired and they're not so very fast.
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
They're just standing here. Here's the general. No, this is standard bearer. General should be in behind, but I can't see any distinction. Okay. Come on, charge them. They're broken now. Where's their general? Here.
I will protect the lands of Rivendell. Bows! Elven warriors! Close in on them!
Not really interested in...
Our men have slain the
oh, there
enemy
you go.
general. A worthy enemy, but no less dead for that.
Who is that?
We must press our advantage.
High Chieftain Woodland.
The enemy
Okay.
army flees the field. Pursue and run them
Shoot them
down.
down.
I will protect the lands of Rivendell. Elven warriors!
Well, they are routing, but they are irrelevant.
Cast them back into the earth!
They're kind of retreating off the field, I think. So at this point, I think we should just try to kill as many as possible.
I will be your guide.
Especially of the units that are most annoying.
Watch for the enemy.
So who's still fighting then? Because this battle could have been over. Is there something here that is not... Oh, there they are. But they're routing. They've escaped. So you can get into them. That's irrelevant, no use trying to catch them.
Don't draw attention.
Okay. Let's speed things up a little because unfortunately
If we continue like this, we'll smash the enemy.
First thing
Behold how our cowardly foe
that I'll try
runs.
and get
It's time to press the attack.
is cavalry.
I will be your guide. Our home must be defended. Cast them back into the earth.
Because seeing that army getting away like this is just annoying.
This is a clear victory.
Captain Uftok is surviving with 300 men. Captain Yagrad with 49 men. We've lost 170 and have 505 left here. Alright. But relatively their strength lies in numbers, so if we can just prevent them from building up those numbers, that is a good thing. And if we can capture Zakala, Goblin Town and Western Moria, then that should be a good chunk of their recruitment capacity, and it'll bring us a little bit closer to Lorien. We're not really ever going to connect because Khazad-dûm is just going to stay there forever. But it depends a little bit.
Protect the Elven lands.
Unfortunately, they have retreated into Goblin Town. Yep, Prince Aladdin to marry to Gothmeniel. She looks so sweet and nice.
By the light of Elrond!
Yeah, we're gonna have to build a ram, unfortunately.
Destroy it.
Have your weapons ready, elves.
But now,
Elves,
we get to march on Zakkala.
Like the wind. Come, my brothers.
There you go.
Over here, elves. Orders completed.
And we get to recruit stuff, but we cannot because we are broken and bankrupt. However, we can increase taxes now. Not that it matters that much. But should Elrond capture Goblin Town and should Eladon capture Zakkala, then right off the bat we've got 2 of the requirements for Lorien. And then we can move on these 2, which are the requirements for Linden, and then Linden should join us. And I'm actually expecting these guys might actually be more of a challenge than the other ones. Let's see what they got here. It's just goblins. This guy has increased warrior. This is Athrug. Ah, that was the guy came from Moria. He is very much feared, has 4 stars, comes with all bodyguards, but is alone. And next up I'm gonna try and see what they have here. If there are no trolls or whatever in there, then it won't be too hard. So we may now recruit, but we now cannot afford to. Even though we've built this grain exchange, it's so sad. However, we are going to reap some reward, I don't know what.
You hold us at
Now an alliance maybe.
You hold us at there is something else you wish to propose.
A military access, some free map info.
No, we cannot agree to this now. Very well. What else do you have to suggest?
No, nothing more.
This meeting was
That's it. That's okay.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Now we do start allied to Linden and Northern Dunedain, but not to Lorien. So I feel we should link up with Galadriel.
Approaching their dignitary. I shall continue tomorrow.
So, with that out of the way, let's hit the end turn. And see if Dornostron gets attacked or not. Would make things a little bit more juicy. Oh, but he doesn't. So, it's up to Eladon. High Pass besieged. Yay. Ah, he's just bypassing us. That's interesting. But we're going to press into them anyway. They come with Uruk Taskmasters. And Khazad-dûm doors. 500 gold coins. That is useful. Can we reach them? He's got an elven mount, so come here.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Stopping here.
There's.
I'm gonna stick
Is he
you.
picking up mercenaries?
Come, my brothers.
Let's fight this guy.
Scatter them.
Let's command Dornornoston ourselves. What does he have? Stuff, but no archers. We've got archers this time, so there we go.
Wipe the blight from this land.
It's going to be interesting. I don't know if they had 1 or 2 generals in Western Moria, but if that guy is moving up, then we might actually.
Watch for the enemy.
I serve the House of Elrond.
There you go. Shoot fire at will. And you be here. There's no. You can skirmish. You be there. Also skirmish. And these 2 can hopefully Oh well. They're up on the hill. And they're probably going to stay there. But anyway. And we are going to move over here. You can just come here. We'll speed things up a little because it's going to take forever otherwise. And they are shuffling, I think, because we are moving through their flank. I'm going to redeploy.
I will be your guide. Advance. Watch for the enemy. Advance.
Slow down just a little bit. You move up straight forward.
Watch for the enemy.
And you are going here. You are going here.
I will be your guide.
Can you shoot already? No, you cannot. Oh? Oh! Oh, he's got Eldarin nobles. I thought he'd have something of a... Oh yeah, but it's like I said, they only have...
This is it. We meet them at last.
I shall not skirmish. You will skirmish.
I will protect the lands of Rivendell.
Remove them. Bows.
Remove them. Protect the lands of Rivendell.
Yeah, that's true, they've got archers. Where are you? Come on. Okay.
Swords. Must be bows. If we continue like this, we will smash
I want to
the
shoot the infantry. Maybe I should just shoot the archers. Those. Oh, stop skirmishing then. Shoot. You stop skirmishing. Where are you? Ah, come on. Don't, no reason to exaggerate that much. Come here. Oh, really? Archers. I first want to get rid of this flank. Oh, we've got light over it. They're broken. Rears then. Oh boy, do I miss cavalry right now?
The enemy are badly bloodied. They have lost half their men.
Come on guys, keep pushing there. Really, as soon as I have cash, I'm gonna get cavalry because this is so annoying. Into them. You're out of position anyway, so come here. Wavering,
enemy army
broken,
flees the
continue
field.
battle.
Pursue and run them down.
How much did we kill? 72%? That's way not enough. Totally not enough. Because they are just going to respawn.
Be quick.
We're gonna have to fight them again to get rid of them completely, unfortunately. Don't know if I do well, but it does, but maybe we'll speed them up a little bit.
This is it. Attack.
I was expecting our elves to be faster than this. More capable of catching up.
This is it. Attack. Be quick. Be quick. Be quick. Be quick. Be quick.
Come on.
Be quick.
How far are we? 82. Still not enough.
Ready your bows.
Come on.
Swords.
No, 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 no. That's impossible.
Bows.
Oh, enemy general has fallen. Stupid then.
Command.
This is it. Attack.
Ready, elves.
You're too far away to assist, I think.
Bows.
Shoot them already.
Ready your bows.
Run, shoot,
We meet them at last.
run. 6 speed. 86. Now we're getting somewhere. Now they might actually disband. 91, 92. Yay! I think we really managed this time. Yep. Okay. Let's exit the battle. They should.
This is a clear victory.
That doesn't look like 100% to me. Go away. But anyway, I think we'll just siege Zakala anyway, and they can come and attack us in the rear. It won't be much trouble because they are so reduced and they don't have a general. Their morale will be so despicable, so low that they're just gonna run whatever we do. So, Zakala, can we still march? No, they are dead. Enemy camp sacked. Prince Eladon. Can you
Sire.
or can you not reach
Elves.
it? Dor Noroston is going to
Lay it
siege,
to ruins.
and
Sire.
Prince Eladon is going to
Scatter them.
be next to him.
Come, my brothers. Like the wind.
I think.
Onward. Over here, elves. Scout the area.
Should they sally, then we will have another army in support. Now, war declared. Isengard and Rohan, no surprise there. Eladon is now an aspiring commander. +2 command, meaning he now has 5 stars, can command 10 units, but we don't have that many. We're not that it makes too much of a difference because we are so awesome.
Gonna stick you.
Khazad-dûm,
Yes, my lord. My lord.
Anon, and Orod.
Approaching quietly.
They look like great beasts. They just walk right. So it's a trash army.
Approaching quietly.
Khazad-dûm West.
Approaching quietly.
Also a trash army except for the general and maybe those taskmasters. They come with this defense of 17. But even that, their chances, they're probably gonna stand there and chant, and then we can shoot them along with those mountain orc hunters. What do you have in terms of orc bodyguards? This guy, where is he? The guy who was just standing over there, he might actually be more of a threat with his mountain orc.
Tomorrow's journey
He got armor piercing, is gonna
Elves!
undo much of what he has. But we're still gonna be so broke, and all we did is march out. That is all.
Come, my brother!
Another thing, we can attack Goblin Town,
Take it for the elves.
and we're probably not gonna need that. Oh, they get 6 units of Uruk defenders. I didn't count on the garrison being that strong, so we're just gonna siege them out. This captain is probably going to attack us in the rear, and they'll just whop, beat them up and beat them down. But Imladris with no support units, just 32, might be a little bit problematic. Mountain Walk Hunters, but we can shoot them. That's our advantage, and they are weak. And he might actually come to the aid of Zakhala. Let's hit the enter. We are 5 turns in, and we still haven't conquered anything. Bad Deacon. But okay. Sniff. I want them to sally, but it's not happening. You
Scatter them!
can you?
Put them down!
There you go.
Keep them off balance!
And now
By the might of Elrond.
Dornor,
Like the
yeah,
wind.
let's siege, be in support that way. This guy.
Have a taste of my
I don't know what he
blade.
brings, but this is Orc bodyguards. Okay, I thought you had those. Okay, alright. It's a little bit tricky, but should be possible. 8 turns till surrender. Khazad-dûm, where are you?
I shall continue tomorrow.
Spy.
Stopping here, my lord.
You are coming to check up on
Approaching quietly. I shall continue
Sinadil,
tomorrow.
see what garrison they have.
Tomorrow's journey planned
He might
out.
actually march on Imladris or bypass it altogether and go for Goblin Town. Which is what he probably has to do. Which is what I would do if I were him. I would have sallied by now. I don't know. Misty Mountains, High Chieftain Lunuk. Aha! You are now the faction leader. Alright. Hey, and why do we not get reinforcements? That is crazy. There we go. You come with... You've got the Mountain Orc Hunters. That is a problem. He's a berserker, cruel leader, sanguinary, that means he likes to see blood. A night fighter, faction leader, and we've got 3 range units, so we're gonna just pepper him down with arrows. He's got 1, 2 archer units, Snaga archers and goblin archers, of which the goblin archers are the most effective. His infantry is crap, except this Uruk Taskmaster. So we should totally focus our archery on his faction leader.
Send them back to their underworld!
Now I still don't know what there is in Os-in-Athil. Previously I could be worried about the Northern Dunedain beating us to it. Right now that's not likely. Also Misty Mountain Orcs, not likely.
Units, await my orders.
Oh, okay. Let's drop
Watch
the
for the
ram.
enemy.
Drop the ram.
And apparently we're gonna fight inside here, which is okay, but also not so very okay, because we need our ranged units to be effective, and this map is not very in favor of using ranged. We're just gonna sit here. I think our longest line of fire that we can create is from here. Oh, and then it's also from here to there. Here we got line of fire. So what I'll do once we're inside is go right. And okay. Oh,
Guide.
this is annoying though.
Watch for the enemy. This is the way.
And then there's still the possibility that they'll just come charging at us all of a sudden. Actually, I'm gonna go left.
We await your command.
Yeah, come here.
This is the way. This is the way. The enemy.
Swords! Ready your bow here!
This is the way.
I serve the House of Elrond.
Elves, over here. Bows.
You serve the House of Elrond, which is fantastic. That's what you should.
I serve the House of Elrond.
Okay. Here, there. Oh, there you go. Oh, they're coming our way.
I will be your guide.
And there is... what is that? They've got so many units, they're actually doing funny things with their deployment. Goblin infantry. Snaga stalkers.
Ready your bows! Launch the attack! Launch the attack! Swords! Back into the earth!
Watch for the enemy.
I will be...
Okay.
Ready your bows.
Oh, we're still playing 6p. That's a little bit awkward. Not needed. Oh, we're still there.
If we continue like this, we will smash the enemy. Watch for the enemy. Be quick.
Don't fire at will, because I want you to fire upon the generals in it.
Swords!
You know what? You can melee the archers. Normally you wouldn't do that, but for the occasion, since they're so split up right now, you shall. Because if it's just archers, push through. Okay, there you go. Now into melee. This is just goblin archers. Goblin infantry, I might want to pull away from. Goblin archers, they should die quick enough. Or let's go against the goblin infantry. Those stalkers are not getting away, I can tell you that. And I wonder if at any point these guys wanna start sending in their reinforcements. Still no sign of them. Okay. Oh, they are sticking to their city center.
Swords! Close in on them! Swords! Cast them back into the earth! Back into the earth! Be quick! Be quick! Be quick! Be quick! Be quick! Be quick! Close in on them! Swords! Be quick! Be quick! Be quick! Rush them! Bows! Rush them! Ready your bows! Back into the earth! Cast them back into the earth! I will protect the lands of
Come on. There's only 10 left of you. They put up a hefty defense here. Our units are winded and warmed up, and there you go. that's it. Now let's see, where do we get decent line of fire? Here. There you go. And you two be here. We still have plenty of arrows. We will be in their rears. And there are the mountain orc hunters.
I will be your guide. I will be the House of Elrond.
Okay, move up a little.
This is the way.
You two, see on fire I will.
Direct your fire.
I will protect
Yeah,
the
but I want you shooting these guys.
We're under attack!
You shoot him. You shoot him.
They're attacking us! They're attacking us!
There you go. Once they are dealt with, then we'll just mow them down with our infantry. But they're all so clustered up that... I was actually expecting them to die off sooner than this.
Wait your command. I will protect the lands of Rivendell.
They attack!
We await your command.
Okay.
They attack! Back into the
We are being shot at by Snaga archers who have some of the lowest...
The battle is very much in our favor. Victory will be ours.
Snaga archers. Snaga archers. And you can hear. I will just go through here.
Watch for the enemy. I will be your guide.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Into goblin infantry. Now these taskmasters, if they don't clip them, it's alright.
Watch for the enemy.
I was expecting those mountain orc hunters to go down sooner actually.
Watch for the enemy. I will be your guide.
This is it! Attack!
Homes must be defended.
This is it! Attack!
Our homes must be defended.
Launch the attack! Remove them! Remove them!
I will protect the lands of Rivendell.
This is it! Attack!
Our homes must be defended.
Remove them! You need them at last! You need them at last! Ready your bows!
We are losing our archers a little bit quicker than I want to. Come on, pull out. Because these are in the mix with the taskmasters. And I don't mind them. duking it out with
Our men have slain the enemy general.
oh, there you go.
A worthy enemy, but no less dead for that. We must press our advantage.
The goblin band.
Cast them back
There you
into
go.
the earth.
We're down to 19 taskmasters. The general's unit. If this were a battle outside the gate, then well, there's just no alternative other than just grinding them down.
Our men have taken control of the castle.
We're almost done. 99% killed. It's only the goblin band that remains now.
Watch for the enemy. I will protect them.
Oh, you get
The
many
enemy
uses.
are utterly vanquished.
Yay.
This is a great victory, worthy of only the mightiest of
We've
generals.
lost 196, they lost 1,803, and none of them were mopped up, but all killed in melee. Healing 13, bow quandy 9 and 6 sword quandy and 7 bow quandy. So they're still a fighting force, but they're gonna need some retraining soonish. But then, what is west east of Zakala? Nothing much. And if we take Goblin Town and Western Moria, then there's not that much to threat Zakala at the moment. Not anymore still. So I think it's all right. I mean, it also means reduced upkeep, and that's not a bad thing. Oh, here we go. Wonderful. Wonderful. 2 or 3? 3. Haha. This is gonna be it for Goblin Town. And these are all captains. No generals. So. Kiss your capital goodbye, Misty Mountains. Anyway, I'm gonna save this up for the next episode, which I will hope you will come watch. So if you're not yet subscribed, please do. I'd love to see you again the next time. For alerts on your phone or whatever you. Yeah, I think most people watch these on their phones because I do. But perhaps you're even watching on a PC or laptop. But yeah, do feel free to browse my channel for other playlists with Erebor, Dorwinian, Kant, Linden, Rohan. Northern Dunedain. I might be overlooking something still. There's also a mod that I made myself that I did mention, Dale and Eriador. Look for that. And well, I hope you enjoyed. If so, then please do leave a like. Thank you for watching this one, and see you next time.